Hello explorers and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to talk about Electron and how to build an app in Electron. And Electron is a very nice little tooling, so you can install this library or framework called Electron, and you install that using either a dependency or you can package your application with that framework. So when you are creating something that other people want to use, you download a binary and you package it with that binary, and then you can release it with that binary. There are a lot of different tools written in Electron. Microsoft Visual Studio Code is using Electron, and you have Slack, I believe, using Electron, and there's a lot of tooling or different applications that use Electron. So in order to start an Electron, you can actually download Electron Quickstart, I believe the project is called, and if you download that, you get all the things you need to actually get up and running very fastly, and you just need to write HTML and JavaScript in order to get things going. So first off, we can look at my little package.json here. We see that I have this dev dependency of Electron, and I have a dependency on Express because Express is something that I want to use in my application. And you might be wondering, what is this application? So this is the fancy application. It's a progress counter, and the thing I use this for is that I have something that I run quite frequently at work, and it takes about half an hour to run, more or less, depending on how much work it actually has to do. It's a lot of threads running at once and so on. So I created a list of work, threw them into a thread pool, and then set off running this. But I never knew exactly how much was done or how much was left. So in order to figure that one out, I actually wanted to have a progress counter. And the simplest way to do this, and there might be a lot more simpler way to do it, but the simplest way I could come up with was creating a little app, because it's fun as well, that actually you can call with either add, which will add a work, or done, which will say that this one of the work is done. And in Java, it's about 5 lines of code to actually do an HTTP request. So I think that was a quite easy thing to just add to the workers. So when I created a worker, I run add, and when it has run its work, I do done. So if I add a number of work here, you see that the number of work is actually adding up. So now we have 11 work. And then if I go and run some done, you see that the percentage goes up. I also have added a reset button, so I can remove all the state. And this is just JavaScript state, so it's nothing that saves in a database or anything like that. I have a close button to close this window down, and I have a dev button, so I can open the dev console, because that makes your work much easier. Maybe the close button is not useful because I actually kept the frame, but from the start I was wondering if I wanted to do this without a frame. But if you do it without a frame, you have to position the window somewhere, and I thought it was easier to have a frame and then move it around. So let's look more at this application then. First off, you have this main, and this is what is actually run when you start an Electron application. It will run this main, and it will here get the app in the browser window, and you get a variable here called main window, so that's the window it will create. We have a function that will create this window. In this case, I create a very small window with a width and height of 200, where I hide the menu bar. You have a menu bar that you can actually show. If you press Alt here, you get the menu, but I'm not really, I don't want to use it, so I just hide it. And then I load this file here, so that's a simple index.html, and that was viewed in this viewport here. And then I add a close function, and the close will just set the main window to null. And down here we have a ready function. The ready function of the app will create a window. When all windows are closed, it will quit the application, and activate for iOS will also create this window. So this file here I have not written. It comes with this Quickstart package, and you get a very simple index.html as well. My index.html here, I have just added a few spans to show the data and a few buttons so I can have something to press, and some styling. So that's pretty much all that's index.html. If we look at my little render.js, so the render.js is actually added or required down here, and everything that you can do in Node you can do in Electron as well, and you have full document access as if you were writing web browser code as well. So you have the best of both worlds. So up here I require remote, so I have a remote access to the Electron, so I can actually do something with Electron. I will get the current window and I will use that later. I will also create an Express application up here, and I will get the progress and the counter, and these are the values that I will add. I have a number, and that's how many work that has been done, and I have a max, and that's how many work I have added. And then I have a reset function here. I will reset these values. I will set the progress and the counter. So these are the information shown in the window. And then I have this close button, and when it's clicked, I will just do window close. And if the dev button is clicked, I will toggle the dev tools. I will show or hide those. I have this update value function. It will just check if max is 0. I'm not sure if divided by 0. I guess it will be undefined, but undefined times 100, still undefined, I guess. But I thought it was nicer to just, if I have 0, don't do anything. And then I just update the value here, and I parse it down to 1 integer, so you don't get a lot of extra numbers on screen. You can do whatever you like there. And I update the progress, and I update the counter. If the app gets an add to the Express, I just update the max value, and I run the update value function. And on a done, I update the number, update value, and lastly I start my Express server here. So this is a very simple application. During the half an hour I waited for my work to be done, I actually threw this together, and yeah, I think it's quite nice to be able to see the progress of your work. So I was quite happy with this little application. I also did a live stream without sound because I forgot to unmute the mic, where I built an Electron application to edit YouTube descriptions and titles and so on. I might do something with that in the future, or if you have a suggestion on an application I can write in Electron on a live stream, then please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Or if you have any questions or other thoughts or something that you want me to look into, then please tell me in the comment section. When it comes to Electron, I believe it's very nice. It's easy to get started. It's easy to make something simple out of it. And if you just want to create tooling that you will work with in the future or that you need for work, I think it's a very good way to go. I haven't built anything large in it, so I don't know if it's hard to structure it, if it's hard to for instance change pages if you not want that. I haven't tried to use web components in it or other things, but I think that should not be a problem because you have a full browser there. But all in all, I think it's a very nice framework to work with if you want to create an application. If you like this video, give it a like, share it with your friends and colleagues. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. And I really hope to see you in the next video.